Hey Cancer, it's Amber here, Persephone Journey Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all of my long-standing subscribers, all of my new subscribers, and to anyone watching the video, welcome. Thank you for being here. This is your reading Cancer for Cancer Moon, Sun, Venus, Ascendant signs in Cancer. Even if your 7th house is ruled by Cancer, this reading could be helpful for you. There won't be an extended to this reading, but I will be offering readings for the next coming months. So instead of getting an extended on 1 month, you'll get insight into the coming months, so you can really see how things are going to play out going forward. And you can watch those by visiting my website. All the links will be down below. You can also book your own reading using on my website. And also click through to my Teespring account from my website, or using the links below to check out my new affirmation collection as well, which I'm sure you will love. So that being said, I'll go ahead and get started. Cancerians. Interestingly enough, we've got no water cards on the table. What's that about? There's not even any Cancer cards on the table. I do have the Queen of Rods, and I usually do associate Cancerians with the Queen of Rods in a lot of ways. You can be quite confident, you can be quite feisty when you want to be, quite outspoken, quite, you know, you really got that kind of cardinal water energy, and even has some leadership qualities quite strongly a part of your character. So I guess you've shown up a little bit here. But otherwise, there's no water placement. So I'm inclined to think that most of the focus is on the other person. Most of the issue even lies with the other person. Interestingly, we've got the Emperor placed centrally in the reading as the crux of the matter. So this could be the man that you're dealing with. This man could be maybe older than you, or maybe just way more established. Runs their own business, maybe has already got children, has seen a lot in life. There's not much they haven't seen, and you know, they've seen enough to know where they want to go, what they want to do, who they are, how they fit into the world, and what they want to achieve. And this person could also be quite self-centered as well. That could be why they've stolen all the energy of the reading. But yeah, they could be quite self-focused as well, just more interested in what makes them happy, their own concerns. They could have kind of a tunnel vision about things, kind of inflexible, which could come across as selfishness because they're not considering other people. So there could be those challenges that you're dealing with. Maybe that's the issue at the moment. You've come through as the Queen of Swords in this reading. I don't think you've ever come out as the Queen of Swords in my readings. But yeah, you're all about the Queen of Swords in March. You're not taking any prisoners. In fact, you have your armor on that covers your arms. So you're kind of ready for war in a way. You're ready for confrontation. You know, your heart's not on your sleeve. You're kind of ready to meet this person where they're at. I mean, if they're going to be that kind of hard, cold, inflexible, and immovable and unshakable, then it's like you're like, okay, well, I'm going to make my stand. I'm going to make it clear to you where my boundaries lie, what I want, what I see happening to our future. It's like you're kind of saying, okay, cool, you've given me your truth, now here's mine. Now, this person, by the looks of things, in terms of how I've got them set up, it looks like you're willing to communicate, and this person seems to be stuck in their ways. They're facing the other way. They're more interested in, again, as in the direction that they are going in. And you may have had enough of that. You may be like, well, truth be told, that's not the direction I want to go in, so maybe I have to cut my losses here. Maybe I'll need to bow out at this stage. Then you may be kind of having those kind of thoughts where you're not really taking any prisoners either. You're not really here to pussyfoot around or to entertain what doesn't serve you, what doesn't love you, what doesn't put your needs at some sort of priority. We've got the King and Queen of Wands in the reading there, so we do have some sort of compatibility, soulmate connection. Maybe, you know, two of you coming together have kind of met your match in a way. You're both quite strong-headed. Definitely, Cancer is a cardinal sign. There's not much. You can't really make a Cancerian do anything. Have you ever tried to make a Cancerian do? And you're a Cancer, so you can't really ask you. But definitely, from my experience dealing with Cancerian women, especially, you can't tell them what to do. You can't push them forward. In fact, they can't walk forward. They walk sideways. You know, crabs walk sideways. So you can't ever. The moment you try to control the Cancerian, that's the time when you're going to see their hard side. You're going to see their inflexibility as well. So that could also be the case here, where you know you're dealing with someone that is being quite hard and bringing out more of your harsh side and making you feel defensive and making you feel unprotected. So you may feel you need to protect yourself. You know, you've kind of shown them your shell. And here I can see here we've got the 8 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. So yeah, these are two really, really positive cards. So you could be putting your foot down in terms of maybe you're communicating with this person very, very clearly. You're not holding anything back with the 8 of Wands. Just you're being confident in your communication. You are trying to think of all the possible solutions. You're trying to remain optimistic about things. You're communicating to this person in a positive way. 10 of Coins are here as well. So yeah, it looks like it's not all that bad after all. But yeah, I think that you are kind of putting your foot down on an issue though. You're not involving your emotions in this. I'm not too sure. Maybe this is your energy, even more so. Maybe the crux of the matter is that what we're dealing with here in this relationship at this time is actually creating some structure to the relationship. Maybe you put your foot down and say, you know, as much as we're having a good time, as much as I love you, as much as this is great, there are some specific things that I require, that I need in order to feel like this relationship is secure, is anchored in longevity, in commitment. And maybe you just kind of want to anchor things, you know, because the 4 of Wands is here. So you obviously want this togetherness, this family situation. You maybe want to complete matters again. You may want something solid. I feel like you want to build on something. I feel like maybe this got to do with a house or home. You maybe there's some sort of business decisions that need to be made here, or decisions around finances, investments, strategic planning, around family life. Okay, because 10 of Pentacles is also here. So yeah, it looks like that's what you're wanting. Yeah, you could be wanting stability and a comfortable home life. You may also be wanting engagement. You may want to move the relationship forward. Maybe you've asked someone to marry you. That's also a possibility here, that you've asked someone to, you know, you've been optimistic, you've been brave, you've gone ahead and popped the question, you know, because this is about marriage. This is about, you know, marriage. There's a lot of cards here about commitment. We've even got the Lovers card here at the top with the King and Queen of Wands. So there is some sort of compatibility, coupling. There's a couple here. There's probably a married couple, or maybe you want to get married. Maybe you've been talking to someone, you know, talking to your partner about being married. The Fool card here is for your person, so they could feel like it's like, oh my gosh, this is like a big step. This is a whole new journey I'll be taking. But again, the Fool card is quite optimistic. So I don't know if maybe you've been talking about marriage with this person, or starting a family. They see you as very bossy, for want of another word, but confident, independent. You know how to ask for what you want, and they do see a future with you here with the Star card, if you can see that. they do see a future with you here. Let me just, yeah, sorry, it's just change a function on my laptop there. But yeah, yeah, they do see a future with you. They do have a lot of hope for what could be. So this is kind of a new start here in some way. Towards a long-term relationship, and they see you as someone who would be a great counterpart, would match them quite well, if this is more their energy. Someone who's strong and confident. I think that's the kind of person that Emperor would need. Someone who's strong, confident, who loves themselves, who's good. Because often the Emperor has a lot of engagements to attend to and is invited to many different functions and stuff, and they always kind of need, you know, someone to escort them, someone to be their plus one, if they're not married. So I think that they feel that you will be like kind of a good for that as well. They appreciate that about you, that you're quite social and very feminine, and you get along well with people. You're good at bringing people together. Yeah, and you're kind of a powerhouse on your own. Like you yourself could be great maybe with charities and things like that. I don't know why I'm getting that, but fundraising, like you would be great. You know, you can manifest a lot on your own, and that you wouldn't be so like totally, like you wouldn't be a wallflower. You would be quite, you know, you wouldn't need to depend on him. You could go to a function and both go your separate ways in the function. You know, you wouldn't need to always be with him. You know, you'd be able to go and do your own thing. And so yeah, they see a lot of hope, a lot of potential with you. And I think with the Fool card here, they would like to start something new, start a new journey, and make this commitment really with you. I think you here with the Queen of Swords, you're pretty much saying, yeah, I think you've maybe bitten the bullet or something, or you've just, it looks here like you've actually just brought it up. You've just been honest and said, or maybe you've actually told this person, okay, we can't go any further unless you're willing to give me a more deeper, long-lasting commitment. I need that from you. So you might have kind of drawn a line in the sand a little bit here, and that would be confirmed here because we do have the Seven of Wands. So there is a kind of you saying, okay, this is my standards. If we're going to go any further, I need you to kind of give me a real commitment here. I need you to, I need us to think about buying a house. I need us to think about those things. I need some more security from you before I invest any more of my emotions, my time. I need to know that you're in it fully as well, and that we want the same things. So yeah, I feel this person's going to be taking a risk. They feel like it is a risk, but they also feel optimistic. And even when taking the risk, they're quite, like I said, optimistic and excited about what could be. They don't see anything going wrong, you know. They just maybe never thought about, maybe they just didn't realize that that was what you wanted. So that's why it might just seem so new to them. But it's definitely a path that maybe they haven't been down in a long while, or haven't been down before. And so that's what could be causing a little bit of apprehension, a little bit of because they can't see what's going to happen, but you've kind of shown them what they've seen of you so far. They're very, very, you know, in love with, very impressed with, very enamored by. You know, I think they would follow you anywhere, to be honest. That's what I'm getting here. They would follow you anywhere because you've got it together. You've thought of everything. Maybe you've communicated very well what it is that your needs are. You've just come across, maybe you've impressed this person, and they know that they're safe in your hands. You know, that they could follow you anywhere. And that's why the Ten of Coins is here. Let's double check this is the Ten of Coins. Yeah. So they've also got the long term in mind, and that's what's happening at the moment. And maybe the King of Wands is really about you know, you guys taking that step, taking that leap into this new beginning, being brave, being bold, stepping out, carving your own paths, and really following your own heart. The King of Wands is about following your own heart, following your own dreams, your own desires, and not really giving any concern to anyone else. Like, this is Leo, Sag, Aries. You're doing exactly what you want to do. This energy is of the fiery energy, Leo, Sag, Aries. It could be that you're dealing with an Aries or a fire sign as well. We've got Aries here again. So yeah, it could be that you're just dealing with an Aries person. And they have come through as a king, so I feel quite confident that this is quite a blessed and fortuitous relationship that has a lot of potential to go very far, if it hasn't already gone far and now all you're thinking about is, okay, so let's go ahead and maybe have some kids here with the Sun card, and buy a house or get married. I do see here though with this Sun card, again, it confirms that you've expressed yourself. You haven't held back. You've said what's on your mind. You know, you've been brave in your communication. And you could also feel like you've met a soulmate. You could very much be feeling that, like you're with a soulmate. Free to express yourself, but you've basically expressed yourself, like totally, just reckless abandon, told the universe what you want, or told this person what it is that you want, haven't held back, and it looks like you got a yes. So it was almost like the full, what do they say, fortune favors the brave, and it's that kind of situation that I see happening here, that in you taking some brave, having a brave conversation, or bravely kind of drawing your line in the sand and saying, you know, I know my worth, I know what I can give to a relationship, I know what I bring to a relationship, I value my dreams and desires and my needs and my wants, and this is where I have to draw the line because of those reasons. And I think it's only served you well. Okay, so what's underlying the situation, what's going on in the underbelly of the situation, what could be hidden, is the Judgment card. Again, yeah, you know, the Sun card and the Judgment card. I think, okay, they're not consecutive, and the Moon card comes in between. But, oh no, I think this 19, 20, yeah, these are two consecutive cards. So yeah, there is a revelation here. This is also representative of revelation, of rebirth, of renewal, of exposure. This could also be reuniting as well. So if you've been broke up, it looks like there's a coming together. But I really see this as a renewal of a relationship. You both maybe being honest, or maybe even you more so, just being honest about what it is that you want and that you expect. I feel like it was the right time. I feel like you felt like it was the right time to take the step with this person, because this card is also about timing, things coming to fruition, things ripening, and getting to a point where, you know, it's now or never kind of situation. It's like it's got to that point where the only natural step forward is to make that commitment. And I think that's what's happened here. Maybe a lot of time has passed, and it's just that time. No one's getting any younger, right? This guy's beard's just growing away. So, yeah, it's like now or never. We've got the 8 of Swords as well, and the 3 of Coins in the hidden aspects of the relationship this month. So yeah, there could be a bit of fear of change. Again, this person does feel like the fool as they're doing this. They do feel like they don't know what to expect. I think this is more their energy, where they are a bit apprehensive because they really don't know if they're going to be good at this, how to do all of these things. They may feel a little bit inexperienced, even though I feel like initially I said the Emperor was like someone who's experienced pretty much everything and knows what they want. I think when it comes to love, that might be where this is the only area where the Emperor may not have, like, never really dedicated that much time to it. You know, the Emperor has never, you know, the Emperor person energy persona has never had a problem getting women. Like emperors don't, because they're always have a status. They, you know, they're moving in circles where, you know, probably there's beautiful women everywhere. You know, so they're, you know, they're not, never short of a woman ever. But when it comes to actual love and real commitment and really taking that step towards a serious relationship, they may be a bit like, oh, like this is new, you know. And I think there's a bit of fear, but I think a lot of this fear often comes from other people. You know, the Eight of Swords is often interference, ideas, again, ideas, yeah, like ideas, but not actual experience that's formed these ideas, you know. Or it could be like one or two small experiences that have just led this person to believe in the worst of things, you know, if you follow me. So I feel like, you know, it's got to a point now where this person, because it could have been this person for the past 8 years, has been kind of circling around the idea of maybe being married, or maybe 8 months, you know, been circling around about maybe kind of being in a committed relationship or being engaged, and they're kind of like always like, yeah, well, no, I'm kind of comfortable where I am, or why fix something that's not broken. Could have been a lot of those kind of conversations, like, if we're happy together, why not? But the Three of Coins is here. It's like, well, no, you might be happy where you are, but I also need to be happy, and we need to be on the same page. I mean, and this is also about foundations as well. So this is what's happening is, I think there's a want and a need, whether it be subconsciously from this person and very consciously from you, is to create a foundation for the relationship, to create a start, to build something solid, to have something that you can actually work with, build upon, not just a passing relationship, but a relationship that is solid, you know, and that would come through marriage, you know, through making that commitment legally to be together, or moving in, buying a house together. That often can be a great commitment to each other. Or, you know, whatever it is that it, you know, it means to you. Maybe it's them, you know, putting you on their will, I don't know, or something, or whatever it is for you, because this could be so many different situations. This could be right through to, we've got kids and I want to get married now, or it could be right from the very beginning, like you've just been talking for 8 months and now you're like, okay, I'd like to either make this something or not, because we're just talking and talking for like 8 months, but like we haven't actually confirmed properly that we're in a couple. And this could be, you know, a lot of the time this could be because this person's working so much, although it's not a good excuse. Or it could be that, you know, it's been an on and off thing. You talk every now and again, and like maybe it's like, hey, look, I'm not going to talk to you anymore unless I know we're doing something. And I think this person's like, actually, I really do like you, and I want this to be something. So yeah, it's like the time has come in some way. There's a culmination point where it's like, okay, it's now or never. And I think there has been a lot of fear around this, but also a lot of time to think about it as well, to kind of go through, to hash things out. I think enough thought has been given to it here, and it's time. It's time, yeah. Because otherwise, it's going to become toxic. You know, you're going to stay in this state of fear and not moving as well, and then that can actually bring about its own problems. So it's like almost like it's like we have to move forward, otherwise we're going to get in a rut. Interestingly, we've got the Four of Coins here, which talks about a rut. I think we're avoiding this. I think that's what this is saying. The overall outcome here is saying that a decision needs to be made about love. This is the Lover's card. It's quite cute. It's Cupid there with some arrows. A decision has to be made here about commitment, about love. Either we're going to do this or not. Someone's drawn a line in the sand and said, look, again, this is about a decision. Someone's put their foot down and said, this is a decision needs to be made now, about a commitment. This Four of Coins will talk about a commitment. Are we going to hold on to each other? You know, am I going to be yours? Are you going to be mine? You know, are we going to call each other ours? You know, do we belong to each other? This is much about belonging, possessiveness. You know, the Four of Coins, which is a lot like the Cancer crabs. Like, can I have you? Are you mine? You know, can I start to build a life around you, basically, as well? Yeah, are you permanent? Are you going anywhere? Are you not moving? And I think that this is what's going to be the outcome. You're going to have a very solid, committed relationship where it will be exclusively just you and this person. Yeah, it will be exclusive. Seven of Coins. Yeah, fruition. Six of Coins. So yeah, you could be looking for reciprocity, to be valued, to be taken seriously, and not to be given the bare minimum, but to be given what you deserve, and to be given a position of importance in this person's life, and maybe vice versa, to be given titles, etc., not just to be someone that they see from time to time, or you see from time to time when you have the time, you know. But I think the last 4 months as well have been especially good, I think, between you two as well. I'm getting here. But yeah, the Seven of Pentacles is again about timing. It's like now is the time to make a decision. Now I think we've got to know each other pretty well over the past 7-8 months. I'd like to, you know, that's what I'm getting here. And it's, you know, and I think with the King of Wands here, it's maybe been you that's initiated the conversation, as I've said, or oh, not so much or, but and I feel it's up to this person to go ahead and be brave and follow their heart and stop overthinking it. But they are very interested with the Ten of Coins here. With starting something long term with you, and I think they really see you fitting into their world, into their family. They think you're very compatible, possibly with their family. You may be from similar cultures or similar backgrounds. They just see you fitting in very easily, very well. However, it could be a bit of a different thing where they see you fitting in well and everything, but you could be from very different cultures, like very different. That could also be a challenge as well. Not so much a challenge, but, you know, an aspect of the relationship. Okay, control. Dating Queen. Okay, so yeah, it could be that this person is like, okay, I don't want to lose this person, so I better snag them. You know, that's what I'm getting here. And we've got the Ice King. So you could be dealing with someone that usually isn't that emotional. Because we've got no raw emotion. This person's quite practical. This person is thinking about practicalities of the Fool card. Okay, how would this physically actually work? You know, they're trying to foresee things. Again, yeah, so I don't think this is a very practical decision that's being made between you both. You're carefully thinking about this with the Ice King. Yeah, and I feel like they don't want to lose you here. That's what the Four of Coins is about as well. So there could be some control, elements of control kind of issues possibly in the relationship, but I don't think so. But I think you've played the game well. I'm seeing a chess game now. I'm seeing that you've maneuvered it so that this person maybe doesn't have to say yes, but you've played the game well, okay? Because it looks as if this person has said, oh wow, look at all these other people giving my Cancerian gifts or attention or recognizing their beauty and their good qualities, and I think it's actually made this person say, okay, because yeah, they are really impressed with you. They look towards you as their guiding light, in a sense, like you give them confidence, and yeah, they see you as this star, you know, so they feel like they have no choice in a way, like how could they pass this up, kind of thing. They just need to be brave and stop being a wuss, maybe a little bit overthinking it. Maybe, you know, as the emperor to me you know, always comes across to me as someone who's single. I don't know why. It always comes across to me as someone who's very independent. Even a Hugh Hefner type energy I get a little bit with the Emperor, that he could easily be that kind of guy, like, well, he's got all the money in the world and gonna picks the most beautiful women, or some of the most beautiful women, or from his perspective anyway, to be with. So he always has choices, but I think he sees that you're something special, because I think you're so compatible in some way, like you fit well into their world. So yeah, fun times as well. You may be fun to be around as well with the Queen of Wands. Again, you're social, you're not a wallflower, you're fun to be around. And I think there's been some time that's passed and they finally come to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, I've seen enough. I know this Cancerian pretty much ticks a lot of my boxes. So yeah, I feel like it's almost like a logical decision or a practical decision that's being made. More practical than logical. But I see you've been very logical. You've been with the Queen of Swords. You've been thinking and scheming and what do I need to do now and what move should I make next? Little does this person know it. Yeah, and it's all about fun times. Lots of fun times are ahead. Fun times is probably the glue that keeps you together as well. And they see you as possibly younger than them and that they're truly in love with you. Yeah. They see you as very, very sexy as well. And that always goes without saying when we're talking about the Queen of Wands. And even the Star card can actually, it usually is depicted as a naked woman. They maybe like your, the fact that maybe you're not inhibited. Is that the right word? Yeah, you've got no inhibitions when it comes to maybe sex and those things. You're not shy, and that you're fun. You bring this element of fun, and that's the one thing that an emperor needs. You know, they work so hard, they do so much, that the one thing they don't have is love and fun, and that's why they love the empress so much, and they'll do anything for her, because she brings in that feminine, light-hearted energy of being in the moment, rather than always worrying about what's happening in the future and planning. And, so let's pull some cards for Cancer for March 2020. Okay, I'm actually going to put this here. It's just some extra. We've got a Yang. Yeah, Yang is confirming the King of Wands. Action needs to be taken. Someone needs to take a leap of faith, and it's your partner that needs to take a leap of faith. Okay, but they know that it's time. Okay, so they are under a bit of pressure now. You may need to be patient here with the Breathe card. I think that's only for some of you though. I think the majority of you maybe it doesn't apply, but yeah, to some of you, if you need to be patient, just breathe through it and, you know, meditate, keep a clear perspective on things. Keep a clear perspective, okay? So this would come through meditation, or doing something that you love to do, you know, anything that brings you peace, that allows you to be in a peaceful state, and you know, listen to your breathing and go within and center and ground yourself. Yeah. So truth be told, to see, so I think this is confirming again what's happened is you've told the truth. This is your Queen of Swords energy, where you said, look, this is the truth. And if this is even the Judgment card energy, where it's you know, you've got to the point where the truth of the matter is there's two forks in the road now. What one are we going to take? You know, are we going to go to sea and explore our emotions here? The sevens as well always talk to me about divine intervention or about timing. And this is about choosing paths as well. So it could be quite a karmic thing as well. Like as you choose this path, it will kind of set you on this path. There'll be no kind of, you know, once you made your choice, you kind of got to finish your path, walk down to the end of the path kind of thing. So yeah, I feel that you're asking this person to be honest about what path they want to take. I think your answer is here, they do want the same things as you. They see it as a good practical path to take. And yeah, this is about co-creation. So you may be very different. We've got the owl and the cheetah here. So you may have someone younger and someone older here as well. Someone who's got lots of wisdom, and yet someone who maybe hasn't got as much life experience but has got energy and inspiration and motivation. And again, this is more the fire energy. So I don't know if you're seeing an air sign with the owl here. Maybe it's an Aquarius that you're dealing with, or a Gemini. Could be a fire sign. We've got Scorpio down here as well. We've got Leo here. So there's a few. But they're all three fixed signs. The only other fixed one that hasn't come through is Taurus, really. So, but yeah, Taurus even came through with the Seven of Coins. So yeah, it's like some sort of, yeah, again, that's to me saying something to do with karmic. There's a karmic thing happening here. You know, there's karmic energy around this. This is a kind of destined, maybe even soulmate connection here. And this person definitely feels like they're in love with you. You're very compatible. But you are maybe very different. But together you can make something quite unique and quite special. So I feel like it's a very new relationship as well. There's still a lot to come yet. And then we've got leg up and by the book. So I don't know if this person feels like they're able to help you with the leg up here, or maybe this is just talking about family. Maybe you both want, are both thinking about family here, about future generations. I think this person is thinking about future generations as well, if you are thinking about a family. And I think they're also just recognized by the book that it's just the right time, it's the right order, things have happened in the right order, so this is only naturally to follow. So they feel like they're doing the right thing. Again, they could come back to the practicality that it's just the right thing, it's the right fit, and it's the right thing to do considering everything. And yeah, they may want to kind of make you an honorable, you know, girlfriend or wife or whatever. Yeah, leg up here tells me this is also a 7 card. So part of it tells me that they feel they can help you in some way, or maybe you can help them, or maybe you can help each other. But also it talks about decisions again. This reading has got decisions kind of all the way through it. That's the main thing about it's about making a decision to choose a path and to stop dithering and going around and kind of going around in circles in the same spot, instead to kind of make a move. That's what the Yang card is about, and the King of Swords is that enough going around in circles, but let's make a move, let's move forward. And part of that might involve them helping you in some way, or you helping them. But we do have a polar bear here carrying a smaller polar bear. So yeah, that was the reading. Hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. There's probably lots more I could say, but I'd be here forever. But yours was one of the shorter readings, so you should be thankful. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Please do let me know if you'd like your own reading. I've got many different spreads I could do for you. I also do a bit of astrology as well. I can look at your chart and give you my interpretation of your placements. I can also pinpoint times in the year where there's good configurations for you as well, for particular maybe things that you're working towards. I can also also visit my website to book those readings and to see what merchandise I have available, which I think you'll love, especially the affirmations collection. I think you guys are going to love that. Okay, you can even go to my community page, I think, on YouTube and see quite a lot of the, not quite a lot, but a few of the affirmation designs and other things that I have on my site. Okay, so hopefully I will see you there, or I'll see you in a private reading. Take good care, I love you, and I'll speak to you next month. All right, bye.